Hey guys, welcome back to another All About Andy video here. We're kicking things off. This is our go home show to our benefit show, and Brack Slater, who I'm accompanied by as always, will be presenting his go home show to, is it Turning Point?
It is Turning Point.
But guys, the newly signed Angel Garza is taking on El Tejano Jr. This match is going to be, El Tejano is going to be quite dominant for a bit. But Angel Garza's got the fans behind him. He's wearing some random pants. People are like, bro, what is this guy doing? And then throughout this match, El Tejano's trying to powerbomb him. And, he grabs the legs, the pants, and he's trying to slam him down, but he pulls the pants out, leaving these nice trunks, these nice, beautiful gear. And Angel Garza capitalizes, hitting a nice moonsault from the middle rope. And then, as El Tejano's trying to get up, Garza gets a little bit of momentum, hits a basement dropkick to the head of El Tejano Jr., pinning him for the 1, 2, 3. And Angel Garza with the wonderful victory here.
Oh,
Look at that.
he's already over.
Look at that. Already over. One match in.
What does his gimmick even mean?
Bro, El Latino is in the house, bro. Yo, Braxton, didn't you take Spanish in high school?
I did, man. I just wanted you to explain it for the people that might have not known that.
Oh, understandable.
Some people wouldn't know.
I agree. It'd be tough knowing 4 languages. Alright, we move on. Candace raced in for a promo, talking about her huge victory over Io Shirai. And she can cut a promo. I fuck with that. I'm glad. And she's saying, I pinned Io Shirai, a contender for the women's title. And that tells me I need to set my sights bigger. I also want to be the Reign of the Ringless champion. I will stop at nothing until I become the next champion. So, I'm going to start setting my goals upon becoming champion. So no matter who walks out champion, whether that be McCool or Becca Knox, you have me to worry about now. And, people are like cheering. They're like, yeah, you tell her. She's setting a nice little statement with that victory she had over last week. We move on. Joe Henning takes on La Parka. La Parka was seen backstage like right before this happened. We were scheduled to have things going on. We have a show to run, but these two were backstage. Joe Henning's like, out of the way, jackass. Parka's like, who are you talking to? I'm a big name around here, You show me some respect. I'm a legend. He's like, and then Joe Henning's like, my father's a legend. Way better when you need him. So, I tell you, get off my face. You don't have to worry about any problems there. Well, Parka's like, all right. And he pushes him. And, he hits him with a nice haymaker, low-key dropping him. And then he's like, I'll see you in the ring now. And now we're here. And so, before the...
Dude, I thought you were going to do the AJ Styles quote.
Oh my god. No.
Sing ring.
We can't say that here, bro.
We can't. But if you guys know, look up AJ Styles, see you in the ring. You will know why we mentioned that.
Do that Pimpinella. Alright, let me shut up.
What?
So it's gonna be Joe Henning, Parka, but before the match even begins, Joe Henning's theme song's playing. It's a remix of Mr. Perfect's theme song from back in the day. Joe Henning slides in from the ring, from the back, the ref's waiting. It's also Parka with a steel chair, whacks him in the back. He's in the middle of the ring, and as Parka's trying to run to him, but he's held back by the referee. And then he's like, ring the bell, ding, ding, ding. And Joe Henning just starts beating the living hell out of Parka. And then he's telling people, is this who you guys cheer for? Are you kidding me? And he's beating him up over and over. He exposes the turnbuckle. And he sends him in an Irish whip. But, Parka, he's able to do a little bit of springboard action here. He goes for a whisper in the ring of sorts. But as he goes for it, and then he's like the other Joe said, nope. Boom, Parka falls flat on his back. And he gets him up, hits the perfect flex, and covers him for the 1, 2, 3. And then, after the match, Joe Henning's not done. Starts beating him up. But my goodness, Prince Devitt makes the save and helps out La Parka. And Prince Devitt's like, you're a real funny man, Joe. That's why the benefit show, it's going to be you versus me. And I can't wait to kick your ass. And Joe laughs it off and he walks away. And we move on. We got Kana now taking Io Shirai. Kana last week submitted the Reign of the Reigners champion in what was just a gruesome match. These two women now going at it. Kana, potential challenger for Michelle McCool, and Io Shirai, a challenger of Michelle McCool just a few pay-per-views ago. And so Shirai and Kana are going to go at it with their strikes and such. But eventually, Shirai hits the bullet train attack, that Meteora into the corner. And Kana's down. And she goes for the top, goes for the over the moonsault, gets the knees up, Kana does, and taking advantage of it, hits a nice buzzsaw look-like kick. And she takes advantage of the stunned Io Shirai, locks the Kana lock in, and Io taps out to Kana. My oh my. And Kana's been building herself up a lot lately. I think Michelle McCool has more than Becca Knox to worry about. Brax, what are your opinions?
I think that the real threat here is not Candice LeRae saying, "Oh, I'm coming for the champ." I think it's Kana.
I agree wholeheartedly. Kana's been building herself up from the ground up. And I fear for Michelle McCool a bit. I'd be scared if Kana were after me. But we move on. And then, while we set up for the contract signing of Becca Knox and Michelle McCool, we get a nice little video package about Ann Gulak and sort of how they became a tag team. It all started with Gulak idolizing Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, he decided to take him under his wing, He's like, it's nothing, I guess. But eventually, Angle got his match against Gulak. And it became one of the hottest matches in AAA history. And then, the tournament, Angle got far into it because Gulak was able to help him here and there. However, that help backfire in the finals, which Christian Cage was able to take advantage of. A backfired attempt at having Angle win. But in the process, Angle started teaming with Gulak, and now Ann Gulak is stronger than ever. But we move on. We have Becca Knox and Michelle McCool in the ring. And they're talking about how they are going to. They're each giving themselves a reality check. Becca Knox is saying, "You'll never achieve the level I am going to achieve with that title. You right now, you're just the guinea pig. You are just being tested. You're being thrown everyone in your direction just to see if they can step in the ring with a so-called battle. But when I hold that title, I will get the main event spots. I will make sure I don't co-main event, but I actually have women. Because between you and me, Michelle, is I don't care if I need to beat someone down thoroughly to win. I don't care if I need to do whatever it takes. No, I care about being the last kicker. And the last kicker's what I am. And so, I want you to know, this is your warning, Michelle McCool. It's your warning. Michelle McCool's like, can you shut up? She's like, I have been getting sick of you for so long now. And honestly, you just need to shut up. And so, now, she's telling her that she will be the champion. She's like, no, it's going to be me. I am going to be the one to take you out and send you back to the line. You've been focused on Io Shirai so much lately. Well, guess what? Anyone can beat Io Shirai. I beat her. Candice LeRae beat her. Connor beat her too. And now look, you're worried about me? I'm a different animal. I'm a different animal than you ever faced before. So I'm kind of pitying you that you wanted this one-on-one match because, baby, I am going to serve you a piece of humble pie. Whatever you want, I will give it to you. And if that's what you want, she signs the contract, hands it over to her. Be my guest. And Becca Knox, she takes it in. She signs the contract, and she slams the clipboard on the head of Michelle McCool. And then, taking advantage of the fact, she hooks her up, hits the back exploder onto the table, standing tall. And she holds the title up. And she's like, this is going to be mine. And instead of dropping it, she walks away with it. What? She's like, that title's mine now. We move on. And these are the people Kofi Kingston will face. Elliot Hotel Phantasma, Jordan Devlin, Tommaso Ciampa, and Maverick. And they come out right after the other, and then Kofi Kingston is confused. And then Prince Puma's on TV. And Titantron, he's like, you're such a dumbass, aren't you? You thought I was going to make you take these on one by one? Oh, come on, Kofi. I'm smarter than that. I said I was going to tear you limb by limb. I meant it. So, take a look at your opponents. And now take a look at me. I want you to realize this piece of gold in my hand right now, you will never touch as long as I'm breathing, as long as I'm alive. So Prince Puma's like, by the way, ring the bell. The bell rings, and these men just assault Kofi Kingston, beating him up. And then they all take turns hitting their finishers. El Oro Fantasma hits the Phantom Driver. And then Jordan Devlin hits a moonsault off the top rope. And then Tommaso Ciampa hits a sliding knee strike. And then Maverick hits the running knee strike as well. And then they hold both Phantasma and Devlin have Kofi up by one arm, my bad, nearly. And then Maverick and Ciampa look at each other. They nod. And they run the ropes. And they meet in the middle, both kneeing Kofi Kingston. And both men, and all four men, put their foot on top of Kofi's chest and get the 1, 2, 3. My goodness. We just witnessed a murder here.
Why does Prince Puma have to do this to Kofi?
I mean, Prince Puma said he wanted to make him suffer the way he suffered trying to get an opportunity. Which makes me...
Mike Tenay here. Conan, I know you're behind all this, you sick son of a bitch. You come to TNA, I'm whooping your ass.
we have to move on from this. As Kofi is dragged out, and then Dolph Ziggler's in the ring. And he's like, guys, ladies. Now, I should be here to tell you guys that I am going to be MVP. You're damn right that's what I'm thinking, you know? That's what I have to do now. I have been wanting that Latin American title ever since I got a glimpse of it. And now I am so close to getting there. At my victory last week, I knew I was going to win. And I have that exact same feeling for the benefit show. It's in my benefit to walk out Latin American champion. I guarantee everyone, this is spoiler alert, if you hate spoilers, cover your ears. MVP will no longer be champion. MVP has been running around with this facade that he is greatness. You can be greatness all you want, but not perfection. He drops the mic and he walks to the back. I mean, people are getting on Ziggler's side. They seem to start growing fond of this guy. But we move on. And it's our main event. Malachi told Christian Cage to find himself for a man that would bother the team with him. And he did. In Christopher Daniels, the Lucha Bros, and Mystico. This match, it ends. It's going to be Christian Cage and Brody Lee. Brody Lee has just knocked the head out of Christian Cage with this lariat. Covers him 1, 2, but the Lucha Bros, both of them, break it up. And then they start attacking Brody Lee, and the ref's like, come on, guys, get out of there. Giving Christian Cage some time to, catch up, catch his breath, get back up, get him a fight. And Brody Lee, he shoves them all. And, he tags in Cage and Hotel. And he's like, go on, Mr. Big Shots. Do what you must do. And before Keiji Muto, he's trying to set up for that Shining Wizard. He's trying to sway with Christian Cage's turn. Christian Cage just tags him Mystico. Mystico comes in, and as he's going for the Shining Wizard, KG is, Mystico is able to do the tilt swirl armbar center of the ring on a Muto. The Muto gets out of it, and then he connects with the Shining Wizard. And he pins him 1, 2, and a kick out by Mystico. And then it leaves to KG Muto doubting if he still has it. That move has taken out many people. And now people have kicked out of it. So he's wondering what he must do. He's wondering. He looks at Malachi. And Malachi's like, what do you want me to do? I'm not going anywhere. And then he tells the rest of the gang, the rest of the House Black, Sam, Shaw, Vin, and Hero, and Brody Lee, you guys are good to go. Stand at the apron. Watch. He's like, you know what? I'll take the tag. But Mystico tags both tags in Panic on. And then, Keiji Muto was like, okay, I'll tag him in. He's going to tag him in. And then Malachi, he steps down. He's like, Come on. You have to earn my loyalty. It took me a bit to earn yours. And now he's distracted. A Pentagon with the super kick to Keiji Muto. He hits a package pile driver. The fear factor connects. Then he drags him. He tags in Christopher Daniels. And then he, drives him to nice position. Christopher Daniels hits the best movesaw ever. And then he pins him. 1, 2, blackout. What? The House of Black are now surrounding Christopher Daniels. And before anything can happen, all 4 men, besides Muto, connect with big boats onto Daniels. And then Brody Lee hits a big boot, a nasty one. Sends him into Malachi, hits the Black Mass, knocking out Daniels. But another thing we didn't notice, Christian Cage, Pentagon Jr., Ray Phoenix, and Mystica on. And it's just Christopher Daniels by himself. And now they lay Muto on top of Daniels. 1, 2. And somehow, someway, Christian Cage pulls the ref out. It's like, you can't be doing this, man. It's like, I have to. It's the only shot I have at winning. And then an all-out brawl breaks out. And these men just can't stop fighting. And it's like, come on, man. We need to get the action back. And so, sneakily, Daniels tags in Christian Cage. But Keiji Muto hits the Shining Wizard one more time to Daniels. And then Christian Cage comes from behind, hits the kill switch, and pins Keiji Muto tonight. And my oh my. My oh my. The House of Black just seems disappointed in Keiji Muto.
What a go-home show match right there, man.
I agree. This is still amazing. The Lucha Bros seem to be on the same page right now as well.
Indeed. Well, this momentum helped Cage take home the title.
Potentially, it seems that there's a little bit of a crack forming within the House of Black. But guys, this is just only the beginning of what's to come. We will see much more at our benefit show, so make sure you're there. But for now, we will switch over to TNA. We have made it to Impact Wrestling here in Jackson, Mississippi. I can already tell the unfortunate is going to happen. My boy Mark Andrews losing yet again. But Brax, walk us through this.
Well, guys, so sadly there was no pre-show matches as all my segments and matches took up the majority of the card. So tonight the fans here got cheaper ticket price just to make up for the comedies, and they also got a free promo. So, but tonight starting off with Tyler Black versus Mark Andrews, and as Andy said, sadly Mark Andrews will be taking defeat here as it's gonna be a good high-paced match, both going to showcase high flying, but Tyler Black, building up more momentum for himself. He hits the Skywalker and goes into the stomp as he gets the 1, 2, 3. But afterwards, though, he's in the ring, and Raven would be seen sitting on the ramp with the mic in his hand, and he speaks to him saying, "Tyler, I saw you as my apprentice. I saw you as the one who can take my throne, my torch even. I saw you as the next Raven in the making, but you took the wrong path, my friend. You chose to side with a hypocritical tyrant who only cares about his own success. It's fine, though, because that turning point, I will show you why you don't mess with me. Because the claws of a raven are sharp, dangerous, and deadly. Quote the raven. Nevermore.
Bro, you know what else is sharp, bro? The claws of a cat.
Raven just freaking first find Andy and whoop she rams.
Oh, man, what the fuck?
As Raven would walk away from the ramp as Tyler spent their eyes ready for battle, as this will be Raven's last match here on Impact. As you guys remember, he has a part-time, he has one match left in him. He's going to take it on. Oh, we move on tonight. And
Banger. Hold up.
why? Why, Dixie? Why you gotta do this to the people, man?
Oh, man.
So, of course, EC3 has talked his way into a contendership spot for the global title. He's trying to make it on the pay-per-view. But he's going to take on this only young Zack Sabre. We've seen him sometimes. You know, he puts on some bangers. So, in this matchup, you know, EC3 is going to be taunting, you know, as he has more of the power over Zack Sabre, you know, flexing muscles, saying, yeah, kid, you ain't got nothing. But, you know, Sabre likes to take it a little slow, do some technical prowess on him. And during the match, how the ending goes as follows. We have EC3 lining up for the 1%er. As, you know, he's been dominant in this match. And he says, well, it was nice knowing you, kid. I'm going to Turning Point. As he's going for it, Sabre Jr. gets out of it, rolls him up, and the ref doesn't realize it, but Sabre says, screw it. He puts his foot on the rope and gets a 3 count. And Sabre Jr. gets the win.
Oh, my God.
And he rolls out, and EC3 stands up and says, no, that was not a 3. And it's like, dude, that was a 3 count. And Zack Sabre Jr. talks to everybody as he's got a date at Turning Point, and now we know who the 3 men, my apologies, fighting for Wade's global title to make it a fatal 4-way.
Nice.
Ooh, move right along. So we have Batista taking on Craig. Steve is still looking up, and Rosemary's like playing him like, no, you don't need to fight him. He's like, no, I have to beat him. I have to get my revenge.
Okay.
And Steve, once he enters the ring, Batista just spears him. Just right there, bam.
So this is like a squad.
And the ref is like, do you want to ring the bell? And he's like, Steve's going to get up. He's like, call it. Do the match now. And right when he gets up, Steve tries to run, but Batista catches him with a spine buster.
Oh, my God.
And he looks at Rosemary. And he tells Rosemary, tell Abyss, this is for him on Sunday. Picks up Steve, Batista bombs, and gets a 1, 2, 3.
Short and sweet.
To win. And as Rosemary, you know, tries to help Steve, Batista grabs Rosemary.
Oh.
And he says, this is a message, Abyss. And he spine busters Rosemary.
Alright, man. That ain't cool, bro. What the fuck?
He's sending a message to him. And Abyss runs out and they just fight. They start fighting. Dixie Carter, what the fuck happened?
I accidentally clicked. My bad.
Oh, no. She's in the segment.
Oh.
Like, she's involved in this segment. That's fine. But, like, I just want to know, what the fuck is this promo, Dixon?
Oh.
And they're just fighting. And the security came and break them up like that. They're so big and they're fighting. And Dixie Carter says, you two, stop it. You two behemoths want to fight so badly. You want to brutalize each other? Fine. At Turning Point this Sunday, Batista and Abyss, Monsters Ball match. And the crowd just erupted. A spectacular match was made as the Beast of TNA, the Monster Abyss, in a Monster Ball match. As you've seen in the past before, the Monster Ball matches can get a little insane.
I agree.
And as the rules are stating, on Saturday, Batista and Abyss will be live footage on TNA's website that you can watch them as they are in solitude for 24 hours with only just water. Oh my God. As they will be released when the match begins.
My oh my.
But we move right on along. As we said, Sting called out one of them.
What the hell?
Andy.
Look, man. My shit be lagging, bro.
Andy.
Bro.
I would understand if this was the other brother, okay?
I would too.
Cool.
I would too.
I like this one.
See, I hate myself even more now.
So ignoring his botchery.
Yeah, this is a botch, guys. It went off the script, guys.
Yeah. So ignoring the result, that would not happen. Actually, you know what? Because he messed up. Jay gets murdered. He's getting destroyed. So the match begins. Sting just belittles him. He puts him in the corner, starts beating him up, and to the point where the ref had to call a ref and stoppage. So Joshua Fox, who does win for ref and stoppage, but Sting's not dead. He beats Math, makes him bloody. He can win a package pile driver.
What do we do? What if he wins by like a disqualification in sports?
Yes, that's why ref and stoppage. The ref, couldn't stop him.
Oh,
pretty much. The ref is like, you won't stop beating him up in the corner.
Oh, okay.
And then he pulls him out, makes 3 package pile drivers, and he made a message to the rest of them.
So Joshua Fox will be out of fashion for the foreseeable future.
No, he'll be there at the pay-per-view. He'll be fine. He's got a week.
He'll be fine as crazy.
He's got a week to rest. But ignoring that botch that happened, we move on to an actual match. Where Maurice meets Evie as Evie, didn't know what we told her, didn't claim. So here's the match. And it's gonna be a good back and forth, Some dirty tactics we've made, like Maurice has to put her feet on the ropes for a roll up, the ref will stop her, pull on the hair a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
But Evie, giving her all, gets a 2.5 count at some points, But as Evie's going for the TTYL, Maurice has a bag, like her purse,
mm-hmm.
and she's got the whacker, and the ref's like, no, you can't do that. What the? And he's stealing as he places down. He didn't notice that she took something out real quick. And as Evie's trying to go for it, and right to the face, blinding Evie, throwing it back out, grabbing her, breaks TKO. Maurice gets the 3 count. Maurice waits to keep her number 1 contender to a object.
Oh. Okay.
As we move right on along with the show.
Okay. There we go.
Oh, baby. It'll be Jeremy Borash again.
Okay.
Wade would be seen backstage with Jeremy Borash for an holy crap, Wade. Wade, you now know all 3 of your challengers for the global title. Do you have a strategy going into how you will retain this title? Jeremy, are you a fucking dumb bloke? Of course I have a strategy. To defeat these 3, to keep my title around my waist. As we all know, Cody and AJ have issues with one another. So we'll exploit them. will be the plan. But Zack Sabre Jr., he's a young, hungry superstar here in TNA. He will be someone I will have to work around. You see, he and I come from somewhat the same background, but he plays by the books. I don't. I do whatever it takes to win my damn title around my waist. So, Zach, keep following these rules and see where it gets you. But if you ever want to learn the real ways to be great, the Empire is always looking for new recruits.
Mm-hmm.
You know where to find me. Wade chuckles as he walks away with Jeremy. Just says, "Thank you for your time, Wade." Back to Impact action.
Ooh. What's the action? Ooh.
Oh, here we go, baby. Dixie made on Twitter that these two people that are fighting, they're off to work together. And so Steve and Miss Kenny are in the same corner. They're arguing who's going to go first. I'm going to Pope out there. They're actually getting along. You know, they're I'll start. You know,
Mm-hmm.
But Miss Kenny reluctantly wants to start. So there's going to be some miscommunications from Steve Corino and Mr. Kennedy. And when Mr. Kennedy's like taunting in the corner, Steve will tag himself in, vice versa. But, you know, it's going to be a nice back and forth match. Both teams, you know. And, at the end of the day, you know, Steve Corino's the legal man with the Pope. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Ref is too focused on the action as Mr. Kenny would sneak around, right?
Mm-hmm.
And low blow Adam Cole on the outside while he's on the apron. You know, and the Pope realizes that Mr. Kennedy has Adam Cole on a mic, about to hit a mic check, and the Pope, you know, gets distracted by this. But Steve, you know, doesn't like that he's doing this. But hey, he wants to win. He wants to make a statement. So he rolls up the Pope, like he did Mr. Kennedy, then gets the 3 count. So Steve Corino, Mr. Kennedy wins downer. And, well, after the match, you know, the Pope, Steve Corino stops Mr. Kennedy from hitting Adam Cole with that, right? He's telling him not to do it. Okay, you know what? I got to save my energy. Not, and he hits it, running away as Steve Corino would want to chase him, but he stays to help, you know, help them both up. But, you know, the Pope got pinned up. Cole was a little upset by that. You know, he's like, that shows you can get beaten. So,
Yeah.
we got to see what happens at a turning point.
Ooh. This will be interesting, bro. Oh. Lucky Henning gets
After the tag team champions of Jeff Hardy with his brother Matt in the corner, they take on the Empire's own Lucky Cannon with Drew in the corner.
Nice.
It'll be a nice match, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, both going to put big time offense moves. Lucky Cannon will be hitting, you know, nice clotheslines, some discus elbows in there. But Jeff's going to be hitting his big time moves. You know, he's going to hit a whisper in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all that. Hits a twist of fate, goes up for Swanton, but Drew gets on the apron, trying to push him off. Jeff gets down, but Matt swings around, drops Drew, grabs him, twists the fate. But Lucky Cannon tries to take advantage, get Jeff up for the Lucky Ace, but Jeff gets out of it, grabs him, twists the fate, goes up, Swanton, 1, 2, 3, Jeff Hart with the victory.
That's some. Oh my God! Look at that.
Hell yeah. How we do it, baby.
Hey.
We move right on along.
Yes, we do.
As we have now the 4v4 match for the main event, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
Rude, Joe, the better Uso who, your brother should have lost earlier, but someone decided to mess up.
It wasn't my fault, you dumb bitch.
Taking on Sting, Mason Ryan, and Ray Dragon, who, are cool with these two guys.
Yeah.
Also, helps Ray Dragon build some momentum as maybe they want to be the top team. Maybe they want to be the future tag team champion,
Yeah, I see what you
So these four, go in and out, at moments, We see Joe and Mason at one point, Joe and Kyle. The one person that doesn't do interactions with it is Joe and Sting.
Ooh.
They will not go at it at one point in this match.
Okay.
But, big mounds of offense. As we're in the closing moments, Rude and Sting are the legal participants in the match so far.
Mm-hmm.
Sting would drop a Scorpion Death Drop onto Rude. But, the pin gets broken up. A brawl start pretty much. But Sting would tag in Kyle O'Reilly in time.
Mm-hmm.
And, Kyle O'Reilly's trying to lock for a move on Rude, but Rude fights out of it. But then, gets dumped to the outside. Rude is the only one in the ring. Brawl starts, pretty much. Then, out of nowhere, while the refs do the track, they're looking at the Kushida's on the top rope.
Oh.
All right. And Kyle Ryan doesn't realize it. He's catching his breath. And Yoshitatsu taps him on the shoulder, and he turns around, missed right to the face, blinding Kyle O'Reilly. Then Kushida hits his beautiful move of the coils from the sky with the help of Yoshitatsu, like always.
Mm-hmm.
Then they slide out, but Rude noticed it from the brawl. As he slides back in, the other people are laid out because Joe came back in at one point and did a suicide dive to lay out everybody after that, what happened. Rude, comes in, grabs Kyle O'Reilly, puts the Rude flex, and gets a 1, 2, 3. Bobby Roode. And then we'll get the win here tonight. And after the match,
continue.
We see, celebration, on them, but the brawl still goes on, bro. Miles Kyle O'Reilly, he's kind of fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
But they keep fighting, because then Sting, comes out to level out the playing field. Going at it. But Rude would overcome them, standing tall with them. But before it all ends, you can go to the next segment. Click on Bobby Roode. Rude would then hit a Rude play onto Joe, sliding down before the other members can get him. As he stands in the apron, he says, "I'm taking that title at Turning Point." As he does the belt motion. As Rude only cares about one thing, and that's himself.
That's so good.
And that's how we end our Go Home show going into Turning Point.
What a Go Home show that was. Look at this. I can understand why. Fucking one match. One match, that was it. Well, let's see how our shows did. Wait, that's less than usual. No!
I probably would have gained fans, guys, if he didn't botch.
It ain't my fault, bro. You've been losing fans since forever.
Hey, man, listen, bro, because I'm not booking Vladimir. Everyone wants to see Vladimir.
Bro, even when he was on the car, bro, you lost more with him on the car. I actually don't know. Someone fact check me.
No,
But guys,
we are here.
We are at Turning Point now.
Oh, I got a special segment.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh. What the? Oh.
Stud.
Once every 3 years? Oh my god. Wait, that's
Jesus.
okay. I'm got the same one too. I'll keep that in mind. But guys, after this pay-per-view, we're going to watch an invitational. We will see what happens at Turning Point in our benefit show, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been all about Andy and my good friend Brax. Any closing remarks?
At the end of the day, he botched on my show.
All right, man. Fuck you. Ciao, guys.